Hello everyone, thank you so much for stopping by the channel. To those of you who are new, thank you so much for stopping by. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And to everybody who's returning, thank you so much for coming back. So today we're back talking about another odd story that I find in Genesis. And this is about Cain. So I talked a little bit about Cain in the series, Are We Born Sinners? I'll put a link to that video right here. I found it very odd that Cain went to the extreme of killing his brother, of murdering his brother over something so silly and trivial as being jealous that God accepted his gift but not his gift. But then when God asked him, "Where's your brother?" that he had the nerve to just say, "Am I my brother's keeper?" I mean, it was his actual brother, his flesh and blood. Like, if they were closer to perfection, as the witnesses say, why does he not have the love that, I mean, you would think that he would be so close to it, that he would have some feeling of connection to his own flesh and blood. I mean, we have that in this day. So it was just really a silly story to me. But there were a few other parts about the Cain story that I'm sure many of you all have already thought about, but I'm just going to bring them out since this is the conversation in Genesis. Okay, so where did Cain get his wife? Okay, now I know as a witness, we believe that he married his sister because there was obviously no other people on the earth. So he had to have married a sister, even though the Bible doesn't say that he had a sister before then. I mean, it mentions when the Bible starts talking about Adam and Eve having children after Cain was banished, it said that they had sons and daughters after that, but it doesn't say anything before that point. But because you have to when you're taking the Bible at face value, you have to make this stuff make sense. So it had to be his sister because there was no other people on the earth, right? So he had to have done that and taken a sister. But then he gets banished and he was very afraid to be killed by somebody. Who was he afraid to be killed by? Like, who was it? There were no other people on the earth. And obviously Jehovah knew that this was possible too, because he actually put a mark on him so that nobody would kill him if they seen him. So that really doesn't add up. I actually asked my mother about that, and I found her response very laughable. She started talking about the family, as is expected. But I'm like, well, who was the family? There was nobody really born. Cain was the firstborn, and then he killed Abel, and then they were banished. Like, what other children did they have? But she was insistent because, of course, this is how the organization says it. But because I was persistent in what I was saying, she said, well, we don't know how the animals were back then. So maybe it had something to do with some of the animals killing them or something. And I was like, okay, mother. Just this is what you have to do, though, again, when you're trying to make this stuff make sense when it really doesn't. Okay, but then the other thing about that whole Cain situation is, what is the significance of the lineage that's mentioned? At the end of chapter 4, it mentions that after he took himself a wife, when he was sent away, he built a city, and then it lists all of these different people, you know, his lineage, including one of his descendants named Lamech, who also killed somebody. But it's like, what's the point of even adding that into the Bible? Because it just stops right there. It's nothing else mentioned about anything about Cain's descendants. And we know everything comes through Adam, through Seth, and all the way down to Jesus, you know, after that. So it's just like, what if the Bible states that everything in it is written for our benefit and for our instruction, what will be the point of adding some details in there like that? Okay, that's all I want to know. But anyway, you guys, let me know your thoughts. Have you ever thought about any of these things, and what do you think about them if you have? I appreciate you watching this video today, and I look forward to seeing you on my next one. Okay, I hope you guys have a great week. Take care.